Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Code Weaver Plays Games. We're going to see if we can get a little bit of Frostpunk in to finish off the game that I had interrupted earlier because I had another responsibility. Let's just flip straight on over into... Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing webcam because I'm apparently insane. So there you go. If I should just zoom in on me and the webcam. What do you figure? I could probably do something like configure video. Don't necessarily need to see everything about my room. I can probably do something like this, and then I can tip the camera a little bit up so you get a little bit more of my face. And then you're seeing my closet in the background, packed full of nonsense. And since I only have a little tiny window in the corner of my screen, let's go and fiddle with this even further. Let's something like that. Why not? So you can see my ugly mug and my crazy hair that has gotten a little bit disheveled because I was out and about. That's not bad, right? A little gray around the temples. Oh well, getting older. What do you do, right? All right, so that gives me my headshot, sort of. Maybe one more in. Let's fiddle with this even further. A couple more shots in. There we go. That's fine. And then what I can do is I can take the corner of the screen and completely click on the wrong thing in OBS. Let's shrink me a little bit. There. I think that's a little bit better. In the meantime, I'm going to make this a little bit less ridiculous. And go and close my closet door, because that way it's at least a semi-uniform white background and a little easier to see. You don't need to see the closet anyway. Not that there's anything that interesting there. Maybe you like closets. Who knows? All right, let's get right on into Frostpunk, because yay, good game. So I started this earlier today, and and it was the second part, and I didn't quite get to the end. And I have a little bit of time, so let's see if I can't just power on through. And I'm already regretting my video choices, so we're going to back that off a little bit. There we go. Yeah, can you tell? Not a professional YouTuber? Yeah, so... I suppose the one advantage to having a more distant cam is I don't have to have my hand in front of my face in order to gesture. I can have it sort of more out here, but that's out of frame, so I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me how to professionally YouTube, right? Yeah, well, whatever. Hey, professional YouTubers, let's get right on into the game. Resume story. So I was right at the tail end of Frostpunk. I'm not playing Frostpunk 2. I'm playing the original Frostpunk in its original straightforward story mission. And I have already lost one team to the oncoming frost because I didn't get the weather detection up soon enough. And... I'm hoping to get as many of the rest of people home because I've done relatively well in keeping the city under control other than that one lost group. So let's see if we can't just... why am I not getting any audio? That is super peculiar, right? I think that's probably because... So I'm sure you guys all heard the audio, but I have not because I'm an idiot and forgot to set that up. Boy, this is just full of not quite working today. All right. So let's see here. Okay, we've got a couple of sleds waiting. Oh, and we can't get in there. The site is inaccessible at the moment because I didn't manage to get in there before a large crater shut itself down. Oh, that's rough. At least they didn't freeze to death, but I had an opportunity to get at these, and whoops. I had an opportunity to get at these, and I didn't quite do it in time. Oh well, that's the nature of the game. Maybe next time I'll be a little bit more diligent. Right, so what have we got going on here? This is the Sawmill. This no longer has anything it can capture. So I'm going to free that up. Now that frees up an automaton of mine. Can we put them to work in one of the medical stations? Yes. So we're going to enable that. which means it'll be available 24/7. We actually, look at this, we do not have any immediately sick people. We do have some people in care, and we have some amputees. So while we're sitting here, let's go and just crank out a bunch of extras. So we have some steel. We're not too shy in that front. We're going to very quickly go and see if we can't get everybody super healthy as quickly as possible. Trying to find all of the medical facilities that I established. It's a little bit difficult because there's no obvious way to highlight only the medical facilities. I'm sure somebody's going to come along and point that out while I'm literally in chat. Or sorry, while I'm literally not looking at chat. I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, so here we go. We're getting all of these guys producing extra food for the sick. I think I got everybody. I'm pretty sure I got most people. Biggest concern, poor food quality. I've got so much food at this point. Everybody has concerns about that, although nobody's specifically losing hope. But at this point, sure, we can go back to ordinary food. We've got ridiculous amounts of supplies. It's one of the easiest ways to get ahead of the game is to go to soup instead of regular rations. But it does have come at the cost of nobody liking soup. At least nobody liking soup over the months that we've literally been here. Child shelter, house of prayer. Where is the other? Wish I could recognize these more easily by building shape. It's a hunter's hangar. Come on, food. Fighting arena, house of prayer, care house. No, I've got another food production facility over here somewhere. Here it is, the cookhouse. Yeah, we're going to switch you over. We've got just outrageous amounts of food, so let's just ramp it up a bit. Make everybody just a little bit happier. All right, now we have to get on building houses actually right quick. In order to replace the tents that we already had. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do about 8 at a time, and we should be able to get through the rest of these before the frost hits. The advantage to that is they will be a lot warmer than they would be just sitting out in tents. It's really hard to weather that final storm if you don't have everyone in really well-heated homes. Okay, now we're getting everybody slightly frosty. We can't go up any higher. Right. Alright, here we go. Fight over supplies. Sir, an argument erupted between some workers last night. Some of them wanted a portion of the resources their facility produces so they can prepare for the storm. It came to blows, and though nobody was seriously injured, tensions are running high. Yeah, keep me updated. I mean, there's not much I can do about that. We're going to go to house, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Things are going to get decidedly frosty in a hurry here. Alright. I really wish I could have saved more people. Now, I saved everyone that I was required to. Explore. Inside the damaged crawlers, I found several dead bodies. A few of them are torn apart like they were partially eaten by some beasts. Polar bears, we think. We'll never know for sure what happened here, and there's nothing useful for us to salvage in this gruesome place. Okay, so we can't do anything about the scattered convoy. It's just time to head home. It's time to head home, everyone. Yeah, we just have to book it home before the frost gets to us. We should be able to make it. I just there were I only managed to save one of the extra groups of people that I could have saved. Now, if we go take a look at the heat map as this gets colder, the medical facilities need a little bit more heat. So let's just turn all of that on. You are being actually, if you're not already being run, that's a resource depot. I don't really care about that. What about this sawmill? We have an automaton on it, so we don't care whether or not that's heated. Medical post. Let's turn on all the heaters for all the medical posts. Which is going to use up more coal, but we've got lots of reserves anyway. Alright. Let's turn on the heat. I don't want to turn that off. Let's turn on all the heaters for that's the public house. Let's make that quite nice. We've got a lot of extra coal. Let's just make things nice for people. Now we've got a lot of the I'll see if I can spot any others that are off, but let's I might want to turn up the ability to heat for like efficiency for the internal heaters, because I do have at least some of those that are on their own. We are going to need a lot more of these, so let's just generally crank these out. That's a workshop. We can turn that on. Didn't miss that one. Okay, let's that's an outpost depot. That's not the one we're actually after. We're actually after this. No, not the advanced wall drill. That's another outpost depot. This is what I want. Disband you guys. Alright. A mob storms a stockpile. Sir, a crowd of terrified people stormed the stockpiles and started plundering our supplies. Managed to fight them off, but they demand wood for heating and reinforce their homes. We need 1,400 wood to supply everyone. Yeah, we got lots of wood. No, we don't have lots of wood. Okay. But we might be able to generate that amount. Gather 1,520 wood for citizens. Well, we can grab what we can produce what we can produce. We have wood being done by an advanced wall drill with an automaton. That's just basically going to work 24/7. Generator safety bypass researched. Let's go to improved heaters. Heater efficiency upgrade. I'm not going to buy very much at this point because I need to get the disband. Need to get that wood up, and I might be able to do it in time. Once again, because it's running hot and heavy. Preparations finished. The people you saved barely managed to reach the city in time. At least we have a critical supply of food ready. There's not much time left. We should use it to prepare whatever else we can. After the storm hits, there's nothing else we can do. All right. Now, one of the things we can do is start decommissioning buildings that we know we are not going to need in order to extract wood from them. Yeah. Hopefully we can get rid of all the tents because we had extras. Then nobody will be tempted to live in them, and nobody will get cold because of them. It's a resource depot. They can stay cold. Turn on the heat for that medical post. And I think we can get rid of at least some of the research depots because we're not going to be able to do the rest of the research anyway. So let's go and decommission a bunch of these extra. All right, so we're going to decommission that. Why are you not functioning? Storage is near capacity. All right, that's fine. We can actually decommission quite a few of these. Because we really don't need the food just to weather the storm, and we could do with the wood just to keep everybody happy. Because this is basically end game territory. Get it done. A tip from a believer. This is about supplies that have gone missing. That's fine. Righteous denunciation. A tip led us to some stolen supplies. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. We got the wood we needed. You open up the stockpile for everyone to take home emergency wood supplies. This will let them reinforce their houses and provide emergency heating if everything else fails. Okay. Can we get to the end of research? Yes. Okay. We're going to go to heater efficiency upgrade, just in case we can sneak that one across into success. We've got outrageous amounts of food. All we have to do is survive the storm. One less coal per hour. That's nice. We don't need the range upgrade. Don't need faster gathering. Sure, we could try to research that. I doubt we'll get there. No, it's already nighttime. So we won't be able to actually do any work, research work, during the frost, but that's okay. Look how not cold people are at this point. Like they're not sick. This feels fantastic. And in fact, let's just go and make sure that everyone too cold, this building. Alright, we have an extra automaton. Actually, no, let's turn that off. We'll get an extra automaton in one of these. I don't know why you're extra cold. Sure, let's turn that on. Let's turn that on. Let's get some engineers in there. See if we can't get people eating well while they are sick, even during this frost. The fact that we can do this, like we're in a really good position here. Let's get you heated. All right. This is where things get super frosty. Let's how are we doing frost-wise? Because this is the cold snap. The storm hits the city. A howling gale bursts upon the city, and the generator creaks and groans under the weight of the wind. Pale faces turn towards rattling windows. Trembling lips utter words of prayer. The cold will be brutal. Hunting is impossible. The soil in the hothouses will freeze. We have to make do with the food we stockpiled. Yeah, but we have goofy amounts of food. We are not suffering for food. Taking a look at our heat map, people are actually relatively comfortable. I mean, they're not going into work, but we don't require them to because the automatons are doing most of the things. Let's actually turn on the Faithkeeper's house. Can we turn on the House of Prayer? Oh, it is on, but it can't quite maintain. I'm just going to leave that alone. The cookhouse we don't need to worry about. Yeah, it's cold going into the churches, but everybody should be at home anyway, and all the homes are actually doing really well. In fact, they're doing so well, I'm still doing research. Oh, there's another tent. Well, we're going to decommission that tent. I'm going to decommission that tent to make sure that nobody is actually living in there. Oh, except now we have 5 people who don't have anywhere to live. Very, very quickly build a frickin' house somewhere. Somewhere with heat. Sure, you can just tuck in there. Oh my god, the child shelter is super cold. Well, let's just turn that on. You are the care house. Let's get you with the heat turned on. Research. Add new research, please. What can we do? Well, we still have the ability to do research. Do we even care? Like, we've gotten all the stuff that we kind of need, and we don't need the prostheses direction. Don't need to upgrade the generator range. Sure, we'll do the medical post upgrade, which arguably we should have done before, but yeah, too cold to do hunting. That's fine. Okay. Danger of collapse. Sir, one of our engineers wants to talk to you. He's concerned about the danger that the cold poses to our mines. We're doing everything we can to heat the mines, but the air we're pumping into the shafts is so cold now that the hydraulic roof supports are starting to freeze. When they do, the tunnels will start collapsing. Keep me informed. Well, we knew that was going to happen. As long as we have enough coal, though, it doesn't really matter. Now things are getting colder, so let's keep an eye on... So everyone is feeling chilly. We can't make... Like, the problem is that the... Yeah, here we go. Sir, it's so cold that the hydraulic roof supports in our coal mines are failing. If the tunnels collapse, the lower levels will be cut off. We should either abandon them or send volunteers to replace the supports. Nope, we're going to abandon the lower levels. So that means that effectively we no longer have coal from the mines. It sucks, but them's the breaks. So we are going to actually abandon them altogether. And we're going to go into here and say, you know what, let's do research by automaton. Because now we've got people who don't have to try to do research in the frost. And they can research 24/7. Not that it matters at this point, really. But healthcare insulation, let's get that as a thing. Now we are losing coal quite quickly, but we only have to last until the end of the frost, and I think we'll be okay. Healthcare insulation reached. I don't really want to worry about the book of laws, thanks. Healthcare insulation 2. Fear of a coal shortage. Sir, the output of our coals has fallen so low that people are terrified will freeze during the storm. Better do something about it. You know, 3 days to build 2 coal thumpers and 6 gathering posts. I suppose we could build coal thumpers. All right, fine. Let's build some coal thumpers. Now, I had it recommended to me, actually, in one of my previous streams that I do this as the default right away. Totally sensible, could totally do that. And that rate is coming down quite quickly. Sorry, the amount of coal I have is coming down quite quickly, it is fair to say. Coal thumper researched. Steam coal thumper. Yeah, it's getting frosty. Tip from a believer. Resources missing. We're going to be able to recover. That's fine. Righteous denunciation. A tip led us to some stolen supplies. That's good. Right. What else can we build in the coal thumper territory? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Let's go into the tech. Coal thumper injectors. 15% faster production, but it is also something that applies to existing coal thumpers. So we're going to build a couple of steam coal thumpers and then build gathering huts in order to be able to exploit them. So what we're going to do is we are going to dismantle these streets. Come on. Come on, really? Come on, dismantle street, please. All right, let's see if we can't sneak in a couple of steam coal thumpers, basically here and here, and then build gathering posts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where do the heat maps cover? Probably not there, so we're gonna want to deal with that. Tech, Steam Hub. Let's get another Steam Hub here to cover the gap. And roads to get out and across to these beauties. I mean, I could still have the automatons working the mines. They just won't produce very much, and this is a perfectly sensible alternative. Okay, so we definitely want to turn on all the heating to all of these buildings. Okay, we can basically use all the hands we can get. Okay, let's see if that will do it. We're going to go into the heat map mode to see if... Oh, we need that one turned on. Coal supply secured. You built additional coal thumpers and gathered posts to make sure the coal supply is secured for the duration of the storm. This is a steam coal thumper. It has its heat on, but why is it not in the range of one of the steam things? Okay. No, it is not. Okay, well, we can just build into one there. And we've got an advanced coal mine here. It's inoperative because we don't have people working it, because we have the automatons working elsewhere. Oh my goodness, we do actually need to produce. We're still producing an infinite amount of prosthetics. Not much we can do about that. Is there anything we can do for heat at this point? Not really. We can get range, but we really don't need the range. We could go for an efficiency upgrade on the steam hub, so why not? Let's research that as long as we're here. Wow, okay. There's not much we can do. We can turn on the overdrive on the generator, but it doesn't last long. Sure. Oh, that's frosty. Darkness before the dawn. Sir, whenever engineers have come crashing through the door while white-faced demanding to see you, I've run the calculations with the new data. The storm will pass in a couple of days, but the temperature just before the end will drop drastically. Nothing can protect us against such cold. Panic's starting to spread and people are starting to lose all hope. Well, there's really not much we can do. Don't need to worry about the cookhouse, and we don't need to worry about the cookhouse. So while we're here, let's just, I don't know, let's might as well turn them to coal. They're not going to get much out of it, but it's definitely going to hold us a little bit longer. People refuse to work. Sir, a group of people employed at the steam coal thumper refuse to go to work today. They say that they want to spend their final hours with the families. What do we do? Yeah, all right, that's fine. That's good that I had an extra. Steam hub efficiency researched. There's not a lot more that I really want to do. To build an infirmary on top of the hospitals, but that's really... I mean, I guess, why not, as long as we're here. Infirmary researched. I don't know what any of this is going to give me at this point. This is basically just a survival tactic, and it's right at that tail end when I want to turn on the overdrive. What happens if I do that now, actually? How long can we last on overdrive? Because if I have it on overdrive, everything starts to become just a little bit less evil. This is really rough. Ah, right. The infirmary requires the cores, though, and I don't have any more cores. Panic spreads. Sir, even more people have been in their workplaces. They're completely petrified. Many don't believe we'll make it. This time the entire staff of this workshop has... That's fine. Let them stay home. This is a rough gig. We are running out of coal. We are badly running out of coal. Miracles happen. Sir, it's a miracle. The man who went working for his daughter is back. He brought her with him. He now says he found her soon after leaving the city, but then they got lost and had to wait for a lull in the blizzard to find their way back. They're both exhausted and frostbitten, but extremely happy. God, I may not make it. I may not make it. Okay. Let's just build a whole pile more, Is there anywhere else we can stuff a coal thumper? Not really. Panic spreads. So even more people who have abandoned their workplaces. They're completely petrified. That lets them stay home. That's fine. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to run out of coal. This is really rough. People die in the street. Captain, an angry crowd has gathered to protest against the deplorable state of our healthcare. Sorry, I can't address this. I certainly can't build an infirmary. I don't have the tech. Okay, full heat. Everybody working in there. Let's get it going. Everybody working, full heat. Can we even do this? Everybody working, full heat. Nope. And here's where we die. Here's where everybody dies. And the stress levels are critical anyway, so let's turn off the overdrive because it's not doing us any good. And here's where everything falls. Work ceases. Sir, most of our people have abandoned their workplaces to stay home with their families. Only the medical facilities are still functioning. The city holds its breath, waiting for whatever the end will bring. Well, after all that, almost everybody's going to die. The storm ends. All right. I should have... I don't know. Okay, so that's not quite true. Not everybody's going to die. But a combination of stress on the generator... And I got cocky. I thought I had enough coal in reserve to shut everything down, and maybe if I kept the automatons on even the broken mines longer, I could have staved that off, because I didn't need to have them working in the cookhouses. I didn't need to have them working on the steel or the wood at that point. Oh, that was bad. I mean, I got through it. I didn't get kicked out. 80 souls lacking guidance. I wonder how the game will judge me. I don't like the fact that I ran out right at the end there. First, we decided to tighten our belts. Yeah, Viola, how you doing? You came right at the tail end of the game. This was a rough game. It's actually funny. I actually did everything reasonably well most of the way through. I probably could have not gone the full faith route and put in the faith keepers. Yet I fear we have gone too far. Yeah, that's the consequence of bringing the faith keepers in, I think. So I needed them to keep order, and yeah, faith was abused. So this got me the we survived, but it was kind of a bad ending. Fair enough, I was warned that that was going to happen. The city survived, but was it worth it? Darn good question. I've been better, but I am surviving, says my friend. Yeah, I get that feeling. I really do. All right. So now I don't have to come back next week and finish off that particular version of Frostpunk. I got through it. I'm not happy with my necessity to use the Faith Keepers. Maybe I'll revisit the this main mission of the game in a future episode. But because I'm gearing up for Frostpunk 2, what I think I'll plan on doing is do the next I'll do the DLC that I can actually show you. Why am I sitting here trying to remember? No, ignore Frostpunk 2. We're not doing that yet. Select scenario. The Arcs and the Refugees. I have done both of these before, and they're both lots of fun. And I'm going to move on. I didn't get the best ending that I could have gotten in the main story. I may revisit it, but I think I'll move on. Because I want to get to all of these, because these last three I haven't even done yet. And I'd like to give those a go eventually. But I'm going to power through each of these. Because the game is so long, I'll probably have to do this just on the weekends for a bit. Boy, I have so many games I've left unfinished. I have to finish up Mass Effect 1, because I promised I was going to do that, because I haven't ever played that before. I played 2 and 3, just not 1 all the way through. I've got Elden Ring to finish, and boy, that game is a pain in the neck, and I am grumbling about it, but I was starting to make progress, so that's worth investigating. Because it was a lovely game, just not a lovely game to play when things get frustrating. Very, as Dark Souls tends to be. What else can I say? I've got a Fallout game that I want to get back up and running at some point. Heck, I have a Sherlock Holmes game that I haven't finished. I've got a lot of things that are on my plate that I want to finish off for you guys before I start digging into the myriad of other new games that I probably just bring in a new game just because it looks interesting. Yeah, never going to be a professional streamer because I'm all over the damn place. Anyway, it has been absolutely delightful playing and sharing this with you all. All of my videos end up getting archived on my associated YouTube channel, so you can go there and take a look. But I'm going to call tonight good for this. Thanks for stopping by, Viola. I'm sorry you came in at the tail end here, but I do have to eventually sign out of this. But you are always welcome to join me on here when you see me online. Thanks so much. It's been a lovely, lovely stream with you all, and I'll see you in the next stream.